All right, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about what's it like to live in LA. I did a lot of research and I lived in LA my whole life, LA County. Now, even when I moved to other parts of LA. I never ever once considered moving to another state, another country. It seems like I'm happy with LA and I would like to live here for the rest of my life. Now I would like to travel, and I have traveled, I've went places, but I want to travel more is what I mean. I want to establish myself in LA pretty solidly, and then when I have time, I want to travel to other parts of the United States, and then maybe to some other countries. But what I want to do right now is establish myself in LA. So even when I move to other places, let's say I move to another house or apartments, they would also be in LA. They would be in the county of LA. Now, LA County is LA, and there's so many parts of it that it's very diverse. Okay, let's get into this. What's it like living in LA? To me, if you ask me, living in LA is great. Living in LA is great. I would not want to live anywhere else than Los Angeles County. Now, it's great, but there are some things that seem to look bad about LA. And there's a lot of damn, dude, you can't explain LA in one little swoop. But for me, living in LA is good. It's great. Living in LA is like where I want to live for the rest of my life. There's just so many perks in Los Angeles that I have not seen in some of the states that I've been to. The states that I haven't been to yet that I might want to try and check out is Florida and New York. Florida and New York is the only thing that appeals to me from being a person in LA. I've been to Texas, I've been to New Mexico, I've been to Arizona, I've been to Las Vegas. Las Vegas is pretty cool and stuff like that. But I would not want to live in Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is not even that far from LA, it's 4 hours away. So 4 hours away is not really that bad. You don't have to live in Las Vegas to go to Las Vegas. LA is perfect. It's almost like in a perfect place. It's in a really good location. LA is like the center. You know what I think? LA is like the center of the United States. Maybe. It seems like it's the center of the United States. Los Angeles County. Because I've noticed a lot of people from LA. This is the deal. People come from Mexico. LA is a lot of Mexican. It's a lot of people from all over the world. You can't really say it's one thing, but majority of the people in LA are actually Mexican. But we also have people that are from El Salvador, from Guatemala, Nicaragua, from Peru. I don't think I've seen anybody from Brazil, but yeah, we have a lot of people, a lot of diversity. I don't think I've seen a Cuban person over here. But we have a lot of the people from from Latin America, from like Mexico, Nicaragua, Colombia, dude, there are all kinds of people. And we also have people from Germany. A lot of people from Germany come over here. People from Australia. Dude, this place is, it's very diverse. We have a lot of people from China. A lot of people from China, Korea, a lot of people from the Philippines. Actually, you know what? LA is kind of like a melting pot of the whole world. And you can find a little bit of the world here in LA. Now, there's a lot of great things to say about LA. I want to try to focus on some of the bad things, but there's too many good things to focus on right now. Number one, LA County. You can make a lot of money in LA County. There's about 10 million, around 10 million people. The population for LA County is 10 million. And our neighbors to the south, which is Orange County, their population is about 3 million people. Yeah, the population of Orange County is around 3 million people. Now in Los Angeles, our other neighbor to the east, San Bernardino County. I'm not sure exactly how many people, what the population of San Bernardino County is. I'm sure you could look it up. But LA County, I don't know who the hell's north of LA County. It's just a bunch of, I don't know what the hell is north of LA County. San Francisco, maybe? San Francisco might be north of LA County. So you got Orange County, San Diego to the south. To the east you have San Bernardino County. And up north you have San Francisco. And Fresno, around there. Like Fresno, I don't know what that is. Alright, so people that migrate to the United States, they come from the Mexican border, which is Baja California. Oh yeah, and then we have Baja California if you ever want to cross the border. And these things aren't even that far away. These are like 4-hour trips, which is not too bad, man. To go to Tijuana, to go to Baja California. All these things are available to us in LA, and then come back and station here in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a pretty damn good place to live. Now there's big ass problems here. Big problems. If you're not tapped into the LA culture, or if you don't know how to survive in Los Angeles, you're not gonna survive here. The deal with LA is you have to fucking work all the damn time. You have to work and make money all the damn time. And you can't be non-working. You have to work. Even if you have a shitty job, you have to have a shitty job. And it has to be full time. You can't be wasting your life in LA with two things. You can't waste your life in LA. If you want to live in LA, you can't take it easy. You can't take it easy, and you can't take it dumb either. You can't be low educated in LA, and you can't live without a skill in Los Angeles. You need a skill, you need a trade. Basically, you need a trade. You need to learn early how to make money, how to make the right amount of money, how to make a living wage early if you want to live in LA. I see a lot of people, and I talk to the people. They're mainly homeless people or people living in their cars. I talked to a lot of them. So LA has a homeless problem, right? And I've talked to so many homeless people. And a lot of them, some of them are mentally ill. I don't talk to the mentally ill ones. I talk to the ones that are sane. The ones that are poor, living in their car, living in their car or living on the street, and they're sane. Almost like they don't know how to make a living in LA. Number one, if you don't have family or connections in LA, you're gonna have a very hard time. You're gonna have a very hard time making it in Los Angeles, because you need buffers. You need buffers in between jobs. Let's say you work, right? You work, you're making a living, and then you lose your job and you're out of work for 2 or 3 months. You need a buffer of that 2 or 3 months of people giving you loans, people helping you out, people buying your food, stuff like that, so that you don't lose what you work for, and you could keep building your shit up, and you cannot lose what you want. I mean, what you work for, because LA is a very, very politically corrupt county. Very, very politically corrupt county. Very, 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 very politically corrupt county. LA is one of the most, I don't know about other counties. LA County's pretty corrupt, brother. Corrupt in a legal way. So they're legally corrupt. They don't break no laws. The law enforcements, they don't break laws. They make the judicial system and the law enforcements, they'll make a law like that's criminal, right? And they'll close their eyes to whatever. Basically, in LA, if you live in LA, you're already a criminal. Just for living in LA, you're constantly a criminal, because there's laws that made it a criminal for you to just even be outside, for loitering, for parking on the street, parking without a registration, not having your registration, whatever. If you do not have your car registered, let's say you have a 1 month without your car being registered, legally the cops can fucking steal your vehicle, which is not called stealing a vehicle. They could basically take your vehicle, which is theft, just for you not paying whatever, and they could charge you an outrageous fine for having a thing stored in a parking lot, right? Just for you not being registered, not registering your vehicle. Now, number one, registering a vehicle goes against our civil liberties, because liberty means that no one can create a restriction, or let me give you the damn definition of liberty. Definition of liberty, you're gonna see that liberty is supposedly a human right that cannot be taken away, right? Supposedly, in our Constitution, we have liberty, inalienable right. Just for being human, you have liberty, right? All right, the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. All right? A state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions. If you you don't register your vehicle, that's a restriction. That's an oppressive restriction. And if you don't register it and you're driving around with your car that you paid for, let's say you paid $1 million for your car and it's a Lamborghini, and you didn't pay $35 to register it, the police can't, if they stop you, they find you, they're going to steal your car. That's a $1 million car. Now, if you steal a car that's $6,000, if a civilian steals a car that's worth $6,000, that's a felony. So could you imagine a police officer, they tow your car away? That is actually stealing, legal stealing. So that's how corrupt the law in LA is. But we know this shit. People that live in LA, we know this. We know that the law is not even to protect you. The law is just to extort the working class. We know this shit. This is a fact. People that think the law is actually there to protect you, it doesn't protect you at all, because you walk down the street, you're not protected by no damn law. I've seen homeless people doing some crazy shit and they wouldn't get arrested. They would break property, they destroy property, and they would break windows and shit like that on businesses, and the police were called and the police were there and they just let the person go.